Initiation, Birch coughed. Sir, I just received a subspace burst from a contact at Sector Command. Grand Overseer Ironjaw Sterling is arriving today for a sneak inspection. Blythe froze. His face went through several shades of purple before settling on a sickly gray. Ironjaw Sterling? The man who demoted his own mother for having a dusty mantelpiece? He's coming here? Now? Do you realize what a disaster this place is? The atmosphere scrubbers are leaking, the hydroponics bay is growing sentient moss, and the crew of the Starcutter Gambler is currently running a high-stakes poker game in the hangar. The intercom buzzed. Blythe snatched it up. Yes. This is Commander Blythe. Who did you expect? The ghost of Nebulon? What? The waste recyclers in the junior officers' lounge are backing up? So what? I'm the commander. Not a sanitation droid. He slammed the button and reached for a bottle of glowing blue antacid tablets. My stomach acid could melt through a whole plate. Birch, I can't do it. I can't face Sterling. If I were sick, if I were truly, medically incapacitated, I could appoint an acting base commander. Someone else would have to take the heat. Birch's eyes lit up with a treacherous gleam. Sir, I am ready to accept the supreme sacrifice. Not you, Birch. You're a sycophant. I need someone Sterling hates even more than me. I need Captain Maximus Maverick. Birch gasped. Max Maverick? The rogue of the Outer Rim? The man who turned his ship's mess hall into a tiki bar? If you put him in charge, he'll destroy the outpost right in front of the Overseer. Precisely. Blythe grinned, a terrifying sight. They'll both destroy each other. I'll look like a tragic, ailing leader, and Maverick will be court-martialed for turning the base into an orgy. It's brilliant. Tell them I've got space flu. No, wait. The hyper hiccups. Quick, on the double. Chapter 2. The Pirate Prince of Omega. 7. Captain Maximus Max Maverick leaned back in his pilot's chair aboard the Gambler, his boots up on the navigation console. He was currently reviewing a supply list that mostly consisted of exotic fermented juices and illegal holographic entertainment. Hey, Max, called out Ensign Percival. Percy Pippin, a man whose primary skill was falling downstairs in a way that defied the laws of physics. The commander wants to see you. Apparently, he's dying, or at least making a very loud noise about it. When they arrived at the medical bay, they found Blythe draped dramatically over a bio-bed, a damp cloth on his forehead, and Birch fanning him with a clipboard. Oh, Maverick, Blythe moaned, sounding like a dying space whale. I'm in bad shape. The medics, they don't know if I'll make it through the hour. I have to appoint an acting commander. I chose you. Max blinked. Me? Commander, I'm a star cutter skipper. I don't do desks. I don't even like chairs that don't have seat belts. Maverick, look at me, Blythe wheezed. Do I look like a man who's kidding? You look like a man who's eaten too much spicy synth taco. Percy whispered loudly. Out, Blythe barked, then softened his voice. I'm appointing Percy here as the acting executive officer to help you. Now, take my office. That's an order. Go. Before my systems fail. As soon as Max and Percy left, Blythe sat bolt upright. Birch, get the cameras ready. I want to record every moment of Maverick's failure. This is going to be the happiest illness of my life. Back in the command center, Max looked at the consoles. The waste recycler was still screaming, and the communication lines were flooded with complaints about the gutter belts, now space suspenders. Okay, Percy, Max sighed. If we're in charge, let's make this place livable. The boys wanted to throw a shindig to celebrate our latest haul of lunar credits. I say, full speed ahead. Full speed ahead, Skipper. Percy cheered, accidentally hitting a button that vented the station's fire suppression foam into the cafeteria. Chapter 3. The Emperor and the Princesses. The situation at Omega 7 escalated from disorganized to interstellar incident with the arrival of Emperor Kazar of the Nebulon Reach. The Emperor was a towering figure with 4 arms and a temper that could scorch a planet. He arrived with his 3 daughters, the Nebulon Princesses, and a mountain of luggage that required its own gravity well. Max, trying to play the part of a legitimate commander, met them at the docking bay. "Greetings, Your Highness. I'm Captain Max Maverick. Welcome to the Rock. We're here to serve you." The Emperor looked at Max with suspicion. "I travel with my most valuable possessions. Are your men to be trusted?" Just then, Percy stumbled forward, tripping over his own ceremonial sword and accidentally grabbing the Emperor's primary robe. "Wowie wow wow, sir. You look just like a giant purple chicken." The Emperor's face turned a dangerous shade of crimson. Max stepped in quickly. "No, no. In our sector, giant purple chicken is a term of extreme endearment. It means radiant sovereign of the skies. Is that so?" The Emperor softened slightly. "Very well. But the next man who insults my daughters will answer to my plasma blade." Later that evening, the shindig Max had authorized was in full swing. To the Emperor's delight, Max had arranged for the gamblers' crew to perform traditional outpost folk dances, which mostly involved wearing grass skirts made of recycled wiring and wiggling to the beat of a heavy metal drum droid. Meanwhile, Blythe was watching from his sickbed via hidden cameras. "Birch, look, he's got the Nebulon royalty dancing the hula. Overseer Sterling is going to arrive and find a royal circus. It's perfect, but the plan hit a snag. Grand Overseer Sterling Ironjaw himself arrived 2 hours early. He walked into the command center to find Percy wearing a floral lei over his uniform and a Nebulon princess teaching him how to wiggle his blues away. "Acting Commander Maverick," Sterling bellowed, his voice echoing like a sonic cannon. "What is the meaning of this? This theatrical display?" Tai, Max, thinking fast, stood at attention. "Sir, this is a cultural exchange program designed to solidify our alliance with the Nebulon Reach." The Emperor insisted on a demonstration of combat readiness through rhythmic motion. Sterling looked at the Emperor, who was currently doing a shot of fermented cactus juice. "Is this true? Emperor Kazar?" "Maverick is a genius," the Emperor roared. "I have never felt more welcome on a garbage rock in my life." Sterling frowned, his jaw muscles twitching. "I see. And Commander Blythe, where is he?" "Sick, sir," Max said solemnly. "Delirious. He thinks there are hula girls in the air raid shelters." "Hula girls?" Sterling snorted. "The man has clearly lost his mind. I shall visit him at once." When Sterling entered the med bay, Blythe was waiting to spring his trap. "Admiral, you must go to the shelters. Maverick has turned the base into a den of iniquity. There are girls, dancers, ordumats." Sterling looked at the doctor, who had been bribed by Max earlier. "Doctor, what is wrong with him?" "Advanced space dementia, sir," the doctor sighed. "He sees girls everywhere. He even thinks the Emperor's daughters are performers." Blythe screamed as Sterling ordered him to be sedated. "No, I'm the sane one. Maverick is the pirate. Look at the suspenders." Chapter 4. The Euphoria Gas Gamble. A week later, Blythe had managed to convince a fitness board that he was sane. But his hatred for Max and Percy had reached a boiling point. He had discovered a minor infraction. Percy had accidentally torpedoed a garbage scout ship, claiming he thought it was a cloaked enemy infiltrator. "A fitness board will convene tomorrow," Blythe cackled in his office. "I'm going to break Percy Pringle down to a third-class deck swabber so fast his head will spin." Max knew he had to act. "Boys," he told the crew of the Gambler, "if we don't cheer the commander up, Percy is toast. We need to get him in a good mood. A really good mood." The crew managed to liberate a tank of nitrous oxide euphoria gas from the dental wing. Their plan was simple: pump the gas into Blythe's office vent while he was reviewing the charges against Percy. As Blythe sat at his desk, scowling at the paperwork, a faint hissing sound filled the room. Suddenly, the words on the page started to look funny. "Birch." Blythe giggled. "Did you see this? Percy shot a garbage boat because it looked like a potato? That's hysterical. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard." Birch, also inhaling the gas, started to howl with laughter. And look, sir. He said he thought the potato was wearing a disguise. The gas began to drift